I've got some tips for the new drivers to help them avoid accidents. They're pretty simple tips, but if you follow them, they may save you a lot of trouble and a few headaches. The first tip is that you're a professional driver now. Take your time. Move slowly. Move slowly with everything that you do. Entering or exiting the truck stop, backing into a loading dock, going around a corner in town. Move slowly. Move slowly and carefully. There's no rush. This isn't a race. Take your time and be careful. Move slowly. Be thorough with everything that you do. Double check everything twice. When you do your circle check, take your time and go over everything. Be meticulous. Circle the truck twice just to make sure you haven't missed anything. When you're entering or exiting a loading dock, be careful. Think twice of everything that you need to do to have remembered. Make sure your doors are closed properly. Make sure you've got your bills of lading signed. Set your mirrors up if you need to. Be thorough in everything that you do. Always do trip planning. Look at a map, and I mean a paper map. GPSs are great things, but they're only a tool. Have a look at a map, find a truck stop exit guide, and coordinate all three of these tools to help you plan your trip for fuel, for food, and for a safe place to sleep at night, and plan to stop early to make sure that you get a parking spot. And park at the back of the lot where it's easy to get in and out, and this will help you avoid clipping other trucks in tight spots in the truck stop. On top of using a road map and a GPS and a truck stop exit guide, call your customer for directions. Give him a call a day out. Ask for the shipper or receiver. Don't accept the secretary at the front desk. You want to talk to someone that's familiar with getting trucks in and out of their warehouse, not someone that won't be aware of where the low bridges are or the non-truck route roads or that type of thing. And get directions and write them down so you know exactly where you're going. It'll help eliminate mistakes. And if you eliminate mistakes, it'll help eliminate you getting caught in places you shouldn't be and trying to back out of again, like dead-end streets or narrow streets. Do as much trip planning as you possibly can to save yourself any grief. When you get to your shipper's dock, park on the road and walk in to familiarize yourself with what you're facing to get into his dock, into the warehouse. Note objects, cars that are going to be in the road, fire hydrants that you may not see in your blind spots when you're going in, telephone poles, anything like that. Take a good mental picture of everywhere around where you're going to be backing in. Make sure you've got the room to back in safely. All sorts of shippers and receivers will say, oh, we get trucks in here all the time. And those guys don't know a UPS truck from a semi. And they'll try to bluff you just to get the freight on the dock. Don't accept it. Walk in, have a good look around, be aware of all the objects around you, and then if you feel it's safe to proceed, go ahead. Now, if it looks a little tight, you can ask the shipper for someone to help guide you in. But this is only another tool. Don't pay full attention to this guy that's helping you back up, because there are more areas of the truck than he can see. He may be looking at the back doors and you're swinging the cab into the truck beside you. So he's only a tool, once again. He's a good tool for guidance, but don't rely solely on him. Keep your mind about you, take your time, move slowly, and look around. Be checking your mirrors and look ahead and behind the whole time. Take your time, do it slowly, be careful, don't get excited, don't get in a rush, and you'll get it. Something else you should pay attention to, whenever possible, avoid blindsiding into the dock. It's always a whole lot easier to come in the right way than try to blindside in. Now, if you follow these steps and remember them all, you'll save yourself a lot of trouble. All sorts of accidents occur, both with new guys and experienced guys, in loading docks or not following these simple rules like trip planning, taking their time, being thorough and looking around. They'll miss something on their safety check. They'll be in a rush and forget to roll up the landing gear after pinning onto the trailer. I've seen that happen more than a few times. I've seen guys take off down the road with one door not secured. Take your time, have a good look at the unit, make sure you're good to go. Just keeping those few things in mind, drivers, will help you navigate safely. Any sort of an accident will be a mark against your CDL, and it's important, if you're going to be a professional driver, to keep that CDL record as clean as possible. So you don't want little nicks on it for backing into other trailers or stuff that's completely avoidable. If you take your time, drivers, be careful and move slowly, you'll avoid all sorts of potential accident situations. And all sorts of accidents happen in loading dock areas or when you get in a rush. So be careful out there. Take your time, and I will see you on the backhaul.